What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another one of my episodes, another one of my updates. This is Cars and Stuff. It's the name of my channel. Some of you have been watching a few of my videos. I really truly hope that that's helping somebody maybe with their vehicle, or at least it's entertaining in some kind of way. I really hope you guys are getting some good stuff out of it. So in today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be replacing the antenna mast. Okay. As you can see, I have this partially taken apart, and I was doing some searching online, and I didn't really see a whole lot of walkthroughs on how to replace this on an 80 series Land Cruiser. I've seen them on 100 series Land Cruisers, a lot of Lexus products, even the 4Runners. But you know, it's a little different, and the reason for that is because they're a lot more, or they seem like they're a lot more accessible on those vehicles than they are on the 80 series. And then I started going through a bunch of different websites and different forums, and I even saw where some people were taking the fender apart or taking the fender out of the vehicle in order to access their antenna mast. And then I just got to thinking, I'm like, gee, you know, as well as these vehicles are designed and put together, I doubt that that's how Toyota, I'm a Honda guy as well, but I doubt that that's how Toyota wanted you to address this issue. So I got to looking, I got to doing, and then I realized that you don't need to take the fender off at all. As a matter of fact, it's a lot easier than even some of the other vehicles out there to replace. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions or comments, please send them to me. Please, please comment on there on my channel. Anything that's positive or anything you think that I can do better. In a way, with videos and putting different things together. If you guys see something or something that I do that you like and you'd like to see more of, please let me know, because I'm just kind of shooting in the dark here. My editing skills are subpar at best, but I am doing the best I can here, and I think this stuff is super cool. I certainly love it. I have a passion for it. I hope you do too. But I think that if I can help one or two people just kind of do this and get through it, easily, I think that would be mission accomplished for me. And of course, I love to learn stuff, and if I can learn something in the process, then guess what? Mission accomplished twice. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. I've already taken part of this apart in the midst of trying to figure out exactly how to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through why it's different for this vehicle than it is for most other Lexus Toyota products, and then really how easy it is to do it instead of taking the little panel on the bottom out. So here we go, guys. Woo, those were my knees cracking. All right, so first and foremost, in most of the videos that I watched, what most people did is they tilted the wheel to the right? They turned the wheel away to the right, and then that kind of gives you access to a panel in here. Well, guess what? The Land Cruiser doesn't have an access panel here. Okay, this is the fender cover, or whatever you want to call it, and then these bolts, what they do, these bolts, they hold the fender on, they bolt the fender. So if you start taking these bolts, if you start taking them off, what's gonna happen is you're gonna break the paint. And if you're trying to preserve your vehicle, you don't wanna do that, because somebody that's potentially looking to buy your car in the future, or whatever your intentions are with it, guess what? They're gonna look at that and they're gonna go, well, you've taken this fender out, why? And then it's going to raise questions of whether the cars had body work and blah, blah, blah. To some people, that does not matter. To a lot of people, it does. So in this case, you don't need to go through here. What you need to do is you need to go through there. Okay, you see that hole right there? So that's the access hole for your antenna in your antenna mast. Okay, and keep in mind this guy doesn't really detach from there. Okay, that's your antenna wire. It does not unplug from the antenna itself. It unplugs, I believe, from somewhere inside the dash, quite possibly at the radio. So you can't really just dismount that and then take it apart and put it on your bench. You have to be able to access it. So what I did, real simple, to get access to this, what you want to do is you want to remove your cruise control module here, or actuator, whatever you want to call this thing. There's 3 bolts. They're 12mm bolts. And then you want to take out, to me this looks like some kind of resistor. Not exactly sure what it is. Haven't really spent time looking to see what it is, but I'm sure somebody out there knows exactly what it is. And so that is one, also a 12mm bolt. The antenna itself is held by one 10mm bolt that hooks right here. Right there. Bam. So here's the way I did it, right? I followed the traditional steps, which is remove the chrome nut, okay? And then remove that rubber gasket that goes here. And then what I did was I went ahead and cut that nylon gear, okay? And that allowed the whole antenna to drop down into the fender with this sticking out. In my case, because it's already rounded, as you can see, it stuck out right outside that hole. So what I was able to do is I was able to grab this, pull up, and just kind of wiggled the whole antenna out of this hole here, allowing me to place it right here. And now I can take this apart and clean it out so that I can feed my new antenna mast through it the traditional way that you've seen on pretty much every other write-up and pretty much every other video. I did also discover that mine is missing this nut right here. I don't know if it really is or not, but to me it looks like there's supposed to be a nut there. I tried looking for it inside the fender, could not find it. So I did go to my local hardware store and I picked up a couple different sizes of nuts and bolts, and I'm hoping one of them is going to work for this purpose. But best I can tell, the motor is working. I just need to take this apart so I can then feed or clean out the inside of the assembly, take out that old nylon gear from the antenna, and then basically just put it all back together and feed the new antenna through, and then it should be good as new. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out these bolts. I'm not gonna show you, I'm not gonna show you a clip of me physically unscrewing them because that would be pretty boring, but that is the next step. And then I'm gonna clean it up and I'm going to then put it back together and feed the antenna mast through. So hang on guys, I'll show you what it looks like. All right guys, so there's the old piece that I dug out from my antenna mast, or from the antenna. That piece was pretty bent. This is all really beat up. I actually think that somebody was in here before and they tried to fix this, because I saw another bolt missing, and now that I look at this, it all looks like it's been kind of taken apart at some point, stuff like that. So I don't know how successful I'm going to be on this one, y'all. I got to try to figure this out, put it all back together, make it work. And yeah, so we'll see. Check it out, y'all. Again, I'm going to try to snap this all back together the best I can, but somebody was definitely in here. The people that owned this vehicle prior to this, as they say in the South, bless their heart. Bless their heart. Yep. They did their best to try to put this thing back together, but man, I don't think they just, I don't know. They didn't do their best. So anyway, car's with the right owner now. She's gonna get put back together properly. One way or another, we'll figure it out. Guys, this is the part number for the antenna, by the way. This gear, I did get it straightened out for the most part, but it's kind of broken internally. I'm gonna attempt to reuse it. We'll see if it works, but I think this gear's seen better days. So I may have to look for a new antenna. It'd be cool if they sold this gear. Doubt they do, but you know, the teeth themselves are worn, but they don't look that bad. But the internals of this gear, there's like a spring in there, and then there's these two tabs. And I'm assuming that's like some kind of shock absorber for the system in a way. But those tabs are bent and they've seen better days. So I don't know what the previous owner tried to do here. They were definitely in here, and I think they just took this apart, put it back together the wrong way, which is pretty much how this whole vehicle's been from start to finish. But you know, that's what happened. All right, guys, so I've got the antenna put together, and I've got it bolted in. It really wasn't that hard to get it in there. But one thing I noticed in a lot of the videos you see online, they tell you to point the teeth on the nylon gear, hopefully you can see that, towards the front. Well, in this case, it actually winds towards the back. So from what I can tell, you have to put these teeth in facing towards the back of the vehicle. So that's what I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna turn the ignition on, let the antenna go up, if you will. And then what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna manually bring it down, and that should basically work everything in and should be good to go after that. So stay tuned, I'll show you what it looks like. Y'all, so this is really a two-man operation. But here's the way I'm thinking things through. Okay, so I got the teeth facing towards the back. I've got the antenna kind of wedged in like here. I got my ignition on. I'm gonna turn this window down. I don't know if that's even gonna help or not, but let's see what happens here. So I'm going to manually bring it down. Let's see if it sucks it in. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm just working it in slowly. I don't know what that was. Let's see if we can kind of help it out a little bit. Again, it's just me. This would be a lot helpful if there was a second person. Starting to make this weird grinding noise. I hope this works. That didn't work all the way. I'll have to keep trying, guys. All right, guys, so I did get it to stay in. I did get it to feed all the way through. I think one of the things I was doing wrong was the up and down switch or buttons only, they don't bring the antenna all the way down. So it didn't get sucked in all the way until I physically turned the ignition off, which I did not know that. So maybe that will help you out. I do, however, hear grinding inside the motor. So I think it's just a matter of time before those gears really truly give out. It may even cost me another antenna mast, but for now, I hated the broken antenna. It's kind of fixed. I am gonna go ahead and search for a new antenna motor because I think it's just a matter of time before this one goes all the way. And then, so I'm gonna get ready for that repair whenever it may come due. But for now, got it fixed. I think I would call that mission accomplished for the day. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much talking. I'm gonna head over to my buddy's house right now, put her up on the lift, and there's a weird vibration. I think it's coming from the drive shafts. Not really sure what's going on there, guys. but I'm gonna try to film some of that and then show it to you. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching some of my videos. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out. I know it keeps things interesting for me. That way it keeps me motivated and it keeps me ordering parts, fixing things, which, you know, I think that's one of the positive sides of kind of filming some of this stuff. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if I should have done something different, and I will see you guys later.